Hello and welcome to another highlight video for the Humongous Wombats season mode. This from their 13th game against the Red All-Stars, a top 2 showdown in the Backyard Baseball League for this season and the second to last game of the season. So we start in the top of the first, and we were looking for signs that the Red All-Stars had improved from the first game of the year, and this was a telltale sign right away as they throw out Pete Wheeler stealing. So we go to the bottom of the second. Felix Grant is able to hit what looks to be a single to center field off a corkscrew pitch. Chance for the All-Stars to get some momentum, but he continues right on his merry way to second base, even though he has no hope of getting there, and he's thrown out. So we go to the top of the third, and Pete Wheeler is up. And this time he is going to pop out to third, and Kenny Kawaguchi is dead to rights. And a double play there for the All-Stars. Going to the bottom of the third, Mary Riley now is going to hit a single to Vicky Kawaguchi, except she's not hustling down the line, so we have a chance to get her. She does barely make it, however. Next batter, Laura Nunez, is going to ground to Pablo, who makes a nice diving stop, flips it to Ahmed Khan, and it's a 6-4-3 double play. On to the bottom of the fourth now, Karen Donato, with 2 outs, is going to hit it right to Amir Khan, who guns her down at first. And we go to the top of the fifth. Annie Frazier going to try and get the rally started by hitting it past the center fielder and recording a solid leadoff double. Scoreless game at this point. 2 batters later, Ernie Steele is up. First and third play is on, except it's a slow-mo pitch, so Ernie Steele takes his opportunity, and Annie Frazier goes home, except she is going to be dead to rights. They try to get Ernie at first. He is safe. That will be significant, and Annie Frazier gets into a massive rundown here, going back and forth between third and home, desperately hoping for a mistake from the All-Stars. And she trips right as that mistake comes, so she tries to go back home. She's used all her energy, trips again, and is finally tagged out. But Ernie Steele being safe is significant because Vicky Kawaguchi is able to unleash aluminum power in the very next at-bat. And it is a 3-run home run, first of the season for Vicky Kawaguchi. Just the perfect person to have up when aluminum power comes knocking, and she hits it 596 feet for a massive 3-run home run. And Kenny Kawaguchi is able to follow up his sister's blast with an aluminum power shot of his own. And this really just changed the momentum of the game, as back-to-back home runs from the Kawaguchi siblings allows us to take a 4-0 lead. And up until this point, the Red All-Stars had brought their A game, minus a couple base running errors, but they had played well. They had held us in check from a pitching perspective. We had not hit well, and now we see a double play. Pablo Sanchez with an amazing throw there. And the tide is just turning. Annie Frazier comes up in the top of the sixth, and you can just tell, that rundown took everything out of her, but she is able to get the RBI ground out to put us up 5-0. And we go to the bottom of the sixth, where Mary Riley, already 1 for 1, is going to hit another blast into the gap. Keisha Phillips fields it. Once again, it looks like we might have a shot to get her, but she legs it out. And a couple batters later, she's on second base for Fernando Diaz, but he is unable to take advantage as he grounds it to Ahmed Khan, who makes a nice diving stop and a spinning throw to mitigate the threat. And Ahmed Khan comes up himself in the top of the seventh and gets a nice base hit to left that will score Vicky Kawaguchi and also Pete Wheeler, as the third baseman makes no effort to field the ball. 7-0 now, top of the seventh, bases loaded, Annie Frazier up, and this time she hits it to the wrong spot. It's fielded, Keisha tagged out, and Annie Frazier is thrown out. so we're unable to take full advantage of the 7th inning threat. Shane Smith comes up, and he gets a nice-looking potential base hit to center, but he also seems to think that he can make it to second, although this time he gets away with it. So there's a runner on first, nobody out, and Karen Donato is going to ground it just past Kenny. Pablo makes the diving stop, gets it to Ahmed Khan, and it's another 6-4-3 double play for the Wombats. They were on point in the field, and Ernie Steele rewards the efforts of the middle infielders with a home run to left in the top of the 8th. His home run is significant for the fact that it means that our entire bottom 3 hit home runs over the fence. Now, of course, the Kawaguchis were aluminum power assisted, but you play the game that is dealt in front of you, and Ernie Steele completes the trifecta for the bottom of the order. 8-0, top of the 8th still. Pete Wheeler up, and he is going to hit this just past the right fielder, who spikes the throw as Kenny Kawaguchi is trying to make it to third. So he goes for home, and he is going to make it, and then it is not fielded by the catcher. So Pete Wheeler gets to score as well, and we are up 10-0 in the bottom of the 8th as Gail Weinman unleashes on an elevator pitch. But Keisha Phillips makes a great running catch, and Holly Franklin comes up with a runner on first. Ernie Steele gets it to Kenny, and who launches it into the outfield. A mistake there, but instead of getting the runner at second, Pablo guns out the runner at third. So chicken salad play right there. And Amir Khan comes up in the top of the 9th with Pablo on second and hits a solid double into the gap. Pablo Sanchez scores. We go up 11-0. And Amir Khan decides he can make it to third. He's wrong, and so that ends our hitting escapades. And in the bottom of the 9th, Karen Donato is going to break the shutout by hitting a 2-run home run over the wall. The Red All-Stars finally converting when it's too little too late. And Isabel Morelli comes up next. She is going to hit it to Keisha, who once again makes a great catch. And the Wombats come away with the 11-2 victory. The All-Stars game for a while, but did not have enough. So we get the win.